Well, good evening, everybody. Today is, I don't know, July 22nd. Got a late start today. We're doing an evening walk. I'm on a journey from 230 pounds, and I need to get to 200 by the end of August. And that is to try to get off some medication that my doctors had me on. Now I'm just tired of taking them. So I thought I'd make a video and kind of document it for the times when I don't feel motivated. Maybe I can watch one of these videos and motivate myself to get moving. To the right over here is the Red River. We're on the Bossier City side today. Hey, how you doing today? I'm good. It was a hot day today. I think it got to 92 degrees or something like that. But I don't know. I couldn't get motivated to get out this morning and get my walk in, so I'm doing an evening walk. Doesn't really matter. I kind of like the evening walks a little better, if we're being completely honest. Chose the Bossier side because if the sun to the right is the west, and I'd get the shade off these trees to my right between me and the river. Otherwise, if it was morning time, I'd be on the Shreveport side doing this. But Bossier side's a little bit more scenic anyhow. Going for 4 miles this evening. We're gonna go down to about 2 miles and then back. I just got done with leg day at the gym. And I've only had about 3 waters today, which is not really good to do this distance. So we'll just have to see how it goes. And yeah, the wind coming off the river is going to be pretty constant. It kind of makes walking this trail kind of nice. The traffic to the left over there is Arthur Teague Parkway. And it's the one way of getting from North Bossier to South Bossier with hardly any red lights. So a lot of people use it. Can't say that I blame them. So one thing working at home, remotely from home, is that you don't have to worry about traffic. So that kind of makes it nice. So when I started this weight loss attempt, it was in May. I went to the hospital, and turns out it was just a kidney stone. But while in there, I just kind of decided I didn't want to be on these medications anymore. I was kind of ready to live life without having to take medicine. And the doctors basically all agree. The only way I'm going to do that is lose weight. So he gave me to the end of August when I go see him again, if I would drop down to about 200 pounds. And I told him I'd give it my best shot. I've told him that many times before. In fact, so much that he basically referred me to an over-the-phone doctor, basically just to re-prescribe my medicine over and over again. And I'd only have to go to his office like once every 2 years. And I don't know what took me so long to wake up and discover that's what was happening. But I didn't like the feeling of it. Because it was kind of felt degraded to a lost hope. So I wanted to do something about it. And I started looking online for inspiration through social media and found an account of a young guy who had lost 35 pounds in 3 months, which was exactly what I needed. The problem is, I think he just turned 18, and I just turned 50. So, obviously our bodies are completely different when it comes to losing weight. But I convinced him to coach me, and I've been working with him since June the 10th. He doesn't have formal education on the topic, nor does he have much experience as far as coaching people, I don't think. Never really talked to him about it. But what he did have was a lot of drive. And to me, drive means the determination to achieve. And when you get somebody that's determined to achieve, you've really got somebody there. Like, they make the best workers. I don't care what field it is. Somebody built with drive they're worth their weight in gold. And that's who I'd want to work with anytime. So since June 10th, he has helped me go from 230 pounds to, I think I was at 213 this morning when I weighed. And I wasn't too happy with that weight this morning, but that's all right. That's why we're doing 4 miles today. Just means I got to work harder. So that's what we're going to do. Now, when I'm doing these walks, I'm not doing these necessarily for speed. I'm just getting steps in. I'm just getting 10,000 steps a day. And thank goodness, because I'm moving pretty slow today. But like I said, I just finished leg day at the gym. And I didn't overdo it or anything, but it's weighing on me. I've actually never walked this path here, this part of the path. We're going to go down to the Brookshire Center, I believe is the name of it now. It's a little over 2 miles from the boat launch that I started from. Here comes somebody running towards me. I can't tell you the last time I went and ran for exercise. I doubt I'd be able to run 100 yards in the shape that I'm in right now. It's crazy how you wake up one day and you're old. Your mind doesn't tell you, but your body sure does. And if you really want to feel old, get on social media. You'll get reminded every day how old you are. Man, he was focused. He was just getting it. And that's awesome. That's just awesome. I wish maybe one day I can do that again. Not that I really ever did that in my 20s or anything, but the option was there. Anyway, getting back to my coach. So, the deal with him is he's online, and he calls me once a week. We go over my numbers, make any changes. He gave me direction in the gym. So when I go to the gym now, I already know which machines I'm going to be working on and what I'm doing, which was always what lost, or where I was lost when I went to any gym in the past. I never really knew what to do. I would just go there and just kind of wing it. And then probably buy chicken wings on the way home. But so far I've been really happy with his performance. And I tell him that probably every day, probably annoy him at this point. But I've never had anyone step up like that. So it's pretty cool. He also checks in with me pretty much daily on text. Just nothing crazy. I'll send him my weight each morning. He may say something about it, and that's about it. But he posts every day on social media. I mainly watch him on TikTok. And it's pretty encouraging with the exercise part when he's not talking about his hair. But I don't care. If I had hair like his, I'd talk about it too. I wouldn't. I haven't had the need for a blow dryer in 20 years or so. And I don't know that he uses one, but it don't matter. He has caught a few things that I've been doing wrong at the gym, corrected me, and that's good. I feel a lot more productive when I go there, going in with a plan. So if anyone's looking to lose weight, you know, when you go to hire somebody, or if you do, try and find somebody that has drive. Because, man, they are the best. It's rare that you even see them. But walking on this blacktop feels so much better than walking on the concrete in my neighborhood. The concrete on my neighborhood I get blisters on my feet from walking that. I do about the same distance, roughly 3.5 miles each time. But we're at 138 on the heart rate, which is good. I've been struggling to get that up on my walks lately, so kind of glad to see it. And the camera I got today was a DJI Action 6, and I also got a wireless mic that I'm talking into as well. So this is just straight out of the box, no settings, and then I'll go from there. But I think I'm just going to make a video diary for myself and post it out there for anybody that might be interested. Right. Nice little fishing hole over there, if you can get down to it. I believe I could. Don't know that I'd put my kayak in there though. All right, I think we just did 1 mile, 22 minutes even, pretty much. 22:01, honestly. Not the greatest time. I think my best is 19:35. And once again, that had to have been on a rest day. I think tomorrow is actually a rest day from the gym for me. So all I'll have to do is walk. And I'll walk the end of this trail tomorrow. That way I will have walked this entire trail. Because I did the north part of it back on June 13th. I haven't been back here since. I am now 1.21 miles in. So we only got about 3 more quarters of a mile to go before we turn around and head back. Last time, back in June when I walked this, I didn't put any sunscreen on. I didn't think about it. And I did it at noon. Walked 4 miles. I got so sunburnt. Well, today I didn't forget that. But for the most part, we've been in the shade for most of this walk so far. So every day I weigh myself, and it's crazy. A few days ago I weighed myself. I was 211 pounds. And I was pretty happy with that. But then it jumped back up to 214. I haven't done anything different. And I just don't understand why weight spikes the way it does. But throughout this whole ordeal, I have learned that it just happens. And eventually, it starts going down. My coach is very adamant about that. He tells me not to worry about it, so I don't. Because I trust what he says. And like I said, so far, I got stuck at 225, I believe what it was. felt like I hung there for like a week. And then it just went down pretty quick after that. And now I'm kind of stuck around that 213 area. So the only adjustment I'm making right now is turning my 3.5 mile walks into 4 miles. I'm baby stepping to 210, but I really need to be at 200 by the end of August. And I haven't. My calorie intake has been for the most part around 1,000 a day or less. I don't know how many calories you should burn a day, but I'm averaging around, I think, 23 to 2,800 calories a day typically. Yesterday I did a little over 3,000 or something like that. Man, this blacktop feels fantastic on these shoes. I bought a new pair of shoes when I started this from Brooks Ghost. And as of yesterday, I put 106 miles on them between the treadmill and walking. I hate the treadmill. I'd much rather get out and walk, even in the heat. I'd much rather be out walking. I'd rather be sweating outside. I feel like I just stand still on a treadmill. The workout just doesn't feel the same. I'll tell you what, when we get to this 2 mile mark, I'm gonna stop, take this backpack off and get a water out. Because my short arms can't reach around the back and pull the water out the pouch. But I don't want to stop walking to do it. So I'll find a table up here and stop and take care of that. Little deer, look at that little baby deer down there. Right there. That thing still has spots on it, so Mama's got to be around here somewhere. Thought that piece of cardboard was it, but not. Let's see if we can see Mama. We got Bambi. Well, let's see if we can see Mama. Don't you run up here to me, dear. Man, look at that. She is just a baby. Brand spot. She's looking at that bag, figuring it out. Don't you come up here to me. I don't want you following me. No, shoo, go on. You are a beautiful little deer, but I don't want Mama to come out and see me. Look at her. Isn't that a beautiful deer? That is a beautiful deer. Doesn't even know to fear me yet. Don't you follow me though. All right. Let's go. He's watching. She, whatever it was. Mama's got to be around here somewhere though. I would think. Didn't really get rained on, just sprinkled. But we do have some threatening looking cloud up there. We are 1.87 miles in, and we'll be at a table here shortly once we go beyond this crosswalk. Right at the 2 mile mark. Hey, how's it going? Never ridden my bike on here. Had a friend and his dad used to ride every Sunday here, this whole pathway. My legs are burning. These signs are here for a reason, because somebody tried it. All right, and we are seeing more raindrops. I think there is a gazebo up here. Pretty sure. If not, it's fine. We'll just walk in the rain. We are now at the 2-mile marker right now. We did that one in 21:39. I don't remember what the other one was. I'll see it here in a little bit. And I see a bench. Right. No sign of a gazebo yet. Mighty Red River. I don't know if you can see B-52 taking off from Barksdale Air Force Base. I have not really mentioned it, but the Air Force Base is right on the other side of the Arthur T. Parkway, basically. We are at 5,217 steps, so by the time I get back to the car, we will have had our 10,000 steps in for the day, which is awesome. I'm not sure how many days in a row that is that I've managed to do that, but when I first started with that was really a challenge. Going from less than 1,000 steps a day, because working from home, I mean, you don't do that much walking around your house, and not exercising at all. I just simply didn't get many steps in. So this whole thing has been quite a change for me. Man, that guy's still running. That is awesome. I like seeing people better themselves. I wasted too much time to start my Takes a lot of work to do what those guys do when they're running this parkway. Maybe one day I'll get there. But I need to see if you guys can even see me or not. It's been a nice journey. This is a good walk. I'll have to do this walk more often. I like this walk. So those people that were coming up on me, they had these backpacks on and they looked heavy. I asked them how much weight they had in them. He said about 35 pounds. Holy cow. That's incredible. That is incredible. I mean, I'm just going for 10,000 steps. Man, they're running with the weight that I'm trying to lose. It's pretty cool. All right, I'm gonna turn y'all back on the path for a little bit. We still got about 1.5 miles left to go before we are back at the car. And I don't think we're going to have any issues with rain from here on out. These people running, that's pretty awesome. But they picked a great time to come. This temperature couldn't really be any better. It's pretty nice out here. Gets me to wondering about people that lose weight, like myself. What drives people to do it? Like me, I want to reverse diabetes. I want to get off this medication and just live out my years without having to worry about going to a damn pharmacy anymore. Like, that would be everything for me. I think I've asked my coach before what was his motivation was, but I forgot his answer. And various people, well, you just get tired of being fat. I've been fat for most of my adult life. And you just kind of get tired of it. You're looked at differently when you go in public, I promise you, you do. And you notice it. You know, those people with the backpacks, that's an idea. Put a little bit of weight. I don't know what mine weighs, but I'd say probably 10 pounds with what I've got in it. So that might be something I talk to my coach about in the future. Then again, I think he'll probably tell me he just wants me moving and getting to 10,000 steps. Not necessarily treat the walk like a workout. Although, for me it is. 64 SS truck. Haven't seen one of those in a long time. It used to be my dream truck. All right. Man, this parkway is busy. I like it. I might just finish out my week off. We're walking out here. Like I said, I want to do the north or the south end of it tomorrow. Hopefully that construction doesn't stop me. All right, we are out of that sun. Okay, just completed mile number 3 in 22:55. Of course, stopped at that table and forgot to stop my watch. And then I forgot to restart it when I left. So that time's probably about right. We got one more mile to go. 7,330 steps. 1 mile marker. I wonder what that's from. Whatever it was, I bet you it was a mile ago. Let's see, Garmin 3.13, 136. Not bad. Not bad. Man, these runners have the right idea. Like, this time of day, in the shade, blacktop, can't beat it. Okay, that was. In case you missed it, that was supposed to be, how are you doing? I think it came out like, how's it? That's that social anxiety kicking in. Still got 7/10 of a mile to go. We aren't doing too bad. We're not making bad timing. I don't really know what time it is, but I don't think it's bad. All this youthful energy, man. These guys aren't even tired. Look at them. They're doing their thing. That's good. Yeah. If we was in a race, they would have lapped me probably 3 times by now. That's all right, homies. I'll be over here on the bench waiting. Haven't battled anybody today on TikTok. It'd be kind of fun to do. Talking to my coach yesterday about that, like the psychology of people that gift others in these TikTok battles. Man, it's like, you don't get anything out of it. You're just spending your money. Like, it's the only thing that buying a firework makes more sense than. And I found myself doing it. But, so there's two creators that I support. I just really like. One plays the piano really well, and the other one is my coach. And then every once in a while, I'll watch battles, just watch the different strategies and whatnot that people use. For the most part, it's all kind of the same stuff. Snipe at the end, all that kind of crap. But every once in a while, I find somebody that's kind of new to it, and it's always fun to uplift them. Like, just starting out, you're already kind of just putting yourself out there, just hoping for the best. And kind of like watching a kid catch the first fish, I don't mind helping them out. Typically, they're up against people that it doesn't cost too much to help them out. And so, I don't ever mind doing it. It's pretty fun, making somebody's day. And I think that's the psychology of somebody that gives gifts, at least for me. It's kind of like, you just kind of make people's day a little better. And that's kind of fun. The other night, my coach battled somebody. It was an A1. And he gave him a good battle. But I threw gloves too soon, trying to even the score, slow the pace down of the A1 guy, but I shouldn't have thrown it so soon. I think if I'd waited a little bit later, we could have won that battle. Nonetheless, I had so many people view my profile after that battle that came from that guy's chat. I say so many. I think it was around 11 people viewed my profile, and several added me for no reason. So, hey, how are you? So, I mean, I'm not ever going to go help them, but they can add me if they want. I just think TikTok makes way too much money on that. If they were smart, and they are, but they should probably give the different tiers a different rate. Like, if you're in A1 or in A leagues, you should be able to get a certain percentage higher than somebody starting out. And it'd be a kind of a reward system, trying to get them to climb to the A leagues. It would make more sense to me. There's really no motive other than they get money for really doing nothing. It's nice when you're far away from that road. That road noise isn't near as bad. It's peaceful. Well, I see the parking lot where my car is at. We are at 3.95 miles. Heart rate's 136, 9,600 and 41 steps. We got this. Hey, how's it going? Now, I have to think. Should that be my goal in life? To be active like that? I mean, that's pretty cool. All right, we just finished mile 4, 22:37. We are now an hour and a half into this walk. And I only drank 1 water bottle. I still got 2 more water bottles to go for the day. I don't think that'll be a problem. I really think I'll finish one off just on the way home in the car. Ah, man. Well, I think that's going to do it for us. But I appreciate you listening, joining me on the walk. It's kind of different than listening to music. So I was kind of getting tired of finding music to listen to. So have a good night, everybody.